Hey, what's up guys, it's the Dark Shadow here, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever LEGO Comics lore video. So with this new series, I'm going to be talking about each individual character from either DC or Marvel Comics. Now this will continue on for as long as I possibly can, and it's going to be about unique characters from the comics. And with this one, I'm going to be talking today about Batman 3000. Now, before I start talking about the actual, who this character is as a whole, I want to show off the figure as a whole as well. So I'm just going to take a quick gander, and also this was actually UV printed and has a custom made cape, but same type of cowl used for Lego. As you can see there, that's what it looks like underneath. For the printing, oh, just a little bit of fuzz right there. There we go, perfect. And that's what it looks like for the back head of the piece. And like the most interesting about this figure as a whole is that it has pretty much printing all around this entire figure. Like there's not a simple area on this Lego figure whatsoever that doesn't have printing. But yeah, if I could just put it in the light a bit, you can be able to see all the ridges that were put into there for the printing that was used for this Lego piece. And I actually am a huge fan of this design as a whole. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into Batman 3000. Okay, so in the year 3000, Batman and the new Justice League are reborn and introduced to save the universe, all thanks to Cadmus. If you do not know who Cadmus is, it is basically an international company that basically deals with superhumans and metahumans. And yeah, they are not really the nicest type. So hopefully, they are actually the good guys for bringing back the Justice League in a way. And also, it is the Wonder Twins, but they're not really more so the Wonder Twins that you actually know and love. They are somewhat different than what you anticipate. But one of the most interesting notes that is put into this is that they are like the entire Justice League, which is consumed of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and the Flash. And also, throughout this video, I'm going to be giving spoiler warnings in case you want to read the comics first and then check out this lore video. Then that's quite alright with me. But yeah, I'm just going to give a spoiler warning right now in 3, 2, 1. Now, so basically, let's just start off with Superman and his power. So basically, he is not a Kryptonian anymore. Like, he does not have the same abilities as a Kryptonian, such as he cannot fly, he has no ice breath or heat vision whatsoever. He does have extreme amount of strength and can jump really far. For the Flash, the thing about the Flash is that he does not have the speed force within his system, which makes it really hard for him to run really fast because it constantly kills him slowly. And then it's like Wally West in a way. Like if he goes too fast, he'll just burn up and completely pass out and die. For Green Lantern, he has no ring whatsoever, but he wears this cloak that emanates the exact same type of powers in a way to the original Green Lantern Corps. Okay, and that is pretty much it for the power side. But I think one of the what's more interesting than the actual changes in their powers is that they are literally not even remotely the exact same people you remember and love. For instance, Superman is literally like the hugest. like he's such a big head, and it's just extremely funny when he does it too. Like he has this huge ego about everything that's going on around him, and he even talks in third person, which is somewhat hilarious. Like, "Oh, I'm Superman, and I just saved you. You're welcome," and it's just really funny. Like, just picture Superman with the giant, like the most gigantic ego ever, and that's him, just with a lot less powers. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, then there's Hal Jordan, which isn't really like a jerk and doesn't really have an ego to his side, in which he's more wiser and more optimistic. And also, another spoiler warning, just to let you guys know. In 3, 2, 1. So basically, once this Green Lantern found out that the original Green Lantern Corps actually turned evil on itself, he was actually very shocked and was very in awe that that actually happened, because he's pretty much represented at, like, not really represented as a bad guy, but basically what he stood for is basically 100% evil. And yeah. Let's see. For Barry Allen, he is more pessimistic and not really the happy-going super speedster that you don't like. You usually know. Now for Wonder Woman. Ooh. The thing of, like, she hasn't really changed at all in appearance of strength or flight or anything in that sort. The thing that changed the most is that she is thinking more so like around 100% like an Amazonian would, and it's pretty bad considering that literally 4/5 of her companions in the Justice League are men. So that just gets really interesting. Now, for the main person, as you know, all in love, Batman. So, Batman 3000 is, like, I feel like the most that actually changed in this comic, because, for one, he has no moral codes whatsoever about killing. He does not care about that. He is not driven by any means by his parents' death. And he 100% hates Superman. So basically, everything, including them being friends of the past and anything like that, yeah, no, that's just out of the picture. He 100% hates Superman with a passion. And he is pretty much a gigantic jerk, and he just doesn't care, because he knows it, and he just doesn't really care if he is or not. I feel like it would be basically like if Jason Todd was Batman, but very sarcastic. I feel like it would be like that. But yeah, also another spoiler warning, which I will give out in 3, 2, 1. So, if you haven't noticed by now, these aren't truly the actual heroes that you all know and love. What happened was that the Justice League actually did fail in the past, and I'm pretty sure as of right now, no one knows truly what happened. But the only one who truly does know what happened to them is the Dark Knight Batman. Like, he knows what happened, like how he knows like a lot of partial things about his past, and he also knows how he died, and he's not telling anyone whatsoever, like, anything at all about what happened, and he's just keeping it to himself. So, if you haven't noticed by now, these are actually somewhat of clones. Not like Superboy in a way, more so that they took people's identities from them and gave them whole new memories about being the Justice League, in which they are basically not really like brain dead zombies. It's basically that the original bodies were basically killed off, and then they were given powers, and then basically work for Cadmus now. So yeah, if you are actually interested, I'm not gonna say anything more about the actual comics itself, because it actually is a really interesting comic book series, because it just takes this whole new idea and just twists it in a way that no one ever thought could. Like, I feel like it works, like I really do. It's just really interesting and hilarious at some points during like throughout the comics. Like, for instance, one of them is when and this is not really a spoiler, Superman can't fly, since you know that already. So he basically says, I'm Superman, I can do whatever I can. And basically jumps out of a high story building and basically just smacked his face on the ground. And Batman just gets a kick out of it. And it's really funny, to be honest. But yeah. And then he just gets back right up and says, yeah, I'm Superman. I was able to survive that because I am him. And it just it's just so funny. Like, it just brings all these characters that you truly know and love by heart. Like, you know their morals, you know how they work as a team, as a unit, and also individually, but also throughout their personalities. Yeah, this changes it entirely, and it's hilarious. So I truly implore you, if you want to continue actually looking into Justice League 3000, you could be able to go to your local comic book store, and I'm pretty sure they would be able to have it for you guys. But yeah, I want to thank you all so very much for everything, like truly everything, but also for this new series, which I do have something at the end in which I hope you guys see down in the comments below. So I'm gonna let you guys choose which one I should do next, and at the bottom of the comments it will be either Jessica Cruz, like basically she's a Green Lantern, like a different type of Green Lantern, like Guy Gardner or John Stewart, Hal Jordan, or anything like that. And mostly because I have her figure, so yeah. Or would you like Batman Beyond? So yeah, I want to thank you all. And yes, I mean Terry McGinnis, which will be in around 2 weeks. So yeah, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll enjoy. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more great content, and I will talk to you all later. Dark Shadow out.